Hey coaches, I just got through doing the nutrition guide video, or not video, gosh, I'm saying, sorry, it's been a long weekend. Just got through doing the nutrition guide, I guess training you would call it, with, I did it with Dennis, and it was pretty cool. What I did was, I went through, I have all the nutrition guides for tons of programs. And I kind of went through the evolution, starting with Slim and Six, and kind of what they did in there, evolved into P90X, and kind of described that guide and how it was working there, and the complexities and the good parts and bad parts. And then went into P90X3 with the evolution of that and how the system worked, and looked at its nutrition guide. And then went into 21-day fix and the portion control system there, and a few other extra parts that are in there that none of the other nutrition guide programs have. And gave some examples about why that was important and stuff like that. But the other thing that was interesting was, as I was doing, I went to the meal planner. When you have a club membership, you get a meal planner on the Team Beachbody site. And I actually showed them where on the Team Beachbody site, which I don't have up here, I showed them where they could get nutrition tips. So it was really cool. He really appreciated that. He had some questions about the P90X3 area, and so I helped him with that, and it was great. But what dawned on me was that Dennis, me and Joel were talking about this, is Dennis is a potential coach. He posts kind of like a coach. He's kind of getting into he just looks like he has the coach. You sense it. And he gels with everybody. But what I just realized was that they say, and I agree, that the best coaches are your challengers. Because going through the challenge group process, they learn what it is to be a coach because they see you. And so now I did a training with a challenger, but what I did was I walked him through the nutrition guides of various programs and the site, so it was kind of like a coach training. So that's when I had the epiphany. I was like, they say treat your challengers like they will be potential coaches. And I showed him, and I kept referring, everything's at the site, everything's on the site, everything's in the nutrition guide, everything you need to know is in the guide. I'm not an expert. A lot of stuff I read from teambeachbody.com, or I learned from the nutrition guides, or trial and error of being a coach, right? And so my point is this: if we invest in our challengers more and do these kind of things with them, especially the potential coaches, you'll get a bigger bang, because when they do become coaches, they'll have a lot more ammo. They'll be more prepared. They'll understand what goes on. So we need to start thinking that way when you're talking about when you're taking challengers to coaches, which is a process that's documented. How do you go from a challenger to a coach? Because that's how we all started. That's how I started. I was a challenger, just like everybody else, and my coach trained me inadvertently, and that's how I got there. But I had that epiphany, kind of, that challengers are coaches waiting to be. So, like this morning I did a workout with a couple people, and then, it was nice to have them in there. They got exposed to PIO. They'd never done it before. Two things. They're challengers that'll buy maybe a product from you, but it's potential coaches that understand a different product now because they've seen it. And so when a customer needs it, or a challenger, they can say, hey, yeah, try PIO. I've done it before a little bit, and it was But you know what I'm saying. So by investing in your challengers, especially the ones that have potential to become great coaches, you are investing and saving time on the other end. Plus, you have to go through these guides, and it's nice to know what's going on. But I just want to say that, invest in your challengers, especially those that are potential coaches, because you never know when they'll pay off. And plus they get a great, and just helping them. So it's synergistic. It's a symbiotic relationship, or whatever you want to call it. But it's like that. So really, invest some time in that and think about that some more. I just hit me all of a sudden what I was doing. I started off helping. I wanted people to. A lot of people aren't reading the guides, and I wanted them to actively read them, because that's where the information is. That's what will help them get what they need. And so I was actively helping. But in helping again, I'm helping myself as a coach and my business inadvertently. And so I just had that epiphany. I was like,